Being an entrepreneur for more than 10 years, I architected enterprise insurance products for various companies and helped them transform technologically. All the while, I was getting one common question: why insurance? You should have chosen any other domain which is much easier and less complex than insurance. Probably they were right. To build expertise, even in single vertical of insurance, it takes years. But in my case, I built core insurance products in all verticals of insurance: life, non-life, and even in reinsurance. But my answer to them was, it was by chance, not by choice. But I know the strong connect I had with insurance in my life. My father was working for a fertilizer company. My mother was a housewife. She was uneducated. We were 3 kids and a very happy family. My sister's marriage got settled, and we were all in the celebrations of the wedding. Just a week before my sister's wedding, my father passed away with a severe heart attack. My mother was clueless how to lead the life with 3 young children. That was the darkest phase of our lives. Then came a helping hand. My uncle, who was my father's colleague, who knew my father was insured, he helped us to claim the insurance money. And we got the insurance money. It helped my mother to get my sister married and also helped us to continue our education. Always a thought comes to me: what about if my father was not insured? What if my uncle did not support us? Unimaginable. Definitely, I wouldn't have been where I am today. In the situation where we were, there were millions of people who are passing through the same situation. How do we help them? The major reason for that is the lack of awareness about insurance. After insurance is privatized in the year 2000 in India, there is a significant penetration, but still we are only at 3.3% insurance penetration, which is way below the standards. So the question is, how do we increase insurance penetration? My angel uncle, I prefer to call him so, he continued to support us. He pursued me to be insured as early as in my 20s. And at every change in my life, he would suggest me to go for a new insurance policy. When I got married, he suggested me to go for joint life policy. When I had my first kid, child policy. When I was promoted, some other policy. Of late, I felt he is very annoying. He is literally bothering me too much for this policy premium, that premium, and a new policy. And I also felt he is more keen on his commission. And then I started avoiding him. I'm sure the situation might have been faced by many of us here. But I realized that was a mistake I did. Years later, when I fell sick, and I had to pay all my hospital bills on my own, as I was not health insured. Then the importance of agent was understood. Agent is very key influencing factor to bring awareness to the consumer. So I felt I got the answer. How do we increase penetration of insurance? So then I started focusing on agents. Some interesting facts about the business done by agents in India. This is from the research done by our Insurance Regulatory Authority. There are 2.5 million agents in India across all verticals. And there is 71% of life insurance business is done through agents. And it's only 2% done through online. What consumers are saying, 40% of urban insured population said their insurance decision is done because of their agents. And in rural, it is much higher. It's almost 70%. And when there is a claim, consumers rely on agent even more than directly with the insurance company to resolve their issues. So this is a significant contribution that agents had been doing to the industry. But still, when it comes to technology, they are the ones least focused upon. I still remember my uncle coming up with a briefcase full of documents and premium books to explain me different policies. Things have not changed much from then to now, other than might be the number of documents have shrinked. That's it. So there needs a disruption. Disruption does not mean to introduce a new technology, but we need to use the existing technology to reach out and help the industry and help many millions of lives. Considering the knowledge levels of agents, most of them are just 10th grade passouts. All that they need is the entire information needed at their fingertips in a very easy to use tool. So the most feasible, what I felt, is mobile technology. Then we decided to build insurance apps for agents. And this is where, and very importantly, it should work offline, considering the challenges with the connectivity. So we released My InsureBook mobile apps in all verticals of agents where agents do major business in life, motor, health, and travel. How an app can help them? App is completely making agents a paperless. So it helps them to calculate the premium anytime, anywhere. They don't need to keep track of the premium rates. And they can calculate and even send the message directly to the customers. This apps which we introduced has given us tremendous response. We are observing 100% growth month on month in downloads, with more than 80% user engagement with the apps. I'm thrilled to share one agent experience who had been using the app in past couple of months. He is Satish Mittal from Meghalaya. He works for a coal mining company from morning 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. Earlier, he had an issue to address his customers, whoever is calling him for a premium quotation, because he depended on an Excel sheet to calculate. He had to make his customers wait till the end of the day, go home and calculate, and then respond back to the customers. This was actually losing a lot of time, and after using the app, he is able to respond to the customers just within minutes by holding them on a call, and his time is drastically saved. This quick response has brought him and increased his business. He proudly says he is able to do 25% more insurance now with the help of the app. This is what is the response or the expectation that what we had. If every agent is able to be given the technology advantage, we can definitely see an insurance penetration increase in India. This is what our study says. And after listening to many inputs coming from the agents, I feel my purpose is fulfilled. I'm able to contribute to the industry and where it really helps to increase the penetration and help many other lives benefit as I did in my life. So the app also helps them to track their existing customers and also helps them to analyze what kind of business that they are doing high or low. So it is like at a fingertips. My next focus is consumers. How do we help consumers directly who is having various insurance needs and trying to work with different companies, tracking their policies, tracking their premiums, renewals, claims? So that's the space my next focus goes. And my passion and commitment for insurance will continue. I would like to close with a beautiful note. Insurance is a love letter which you write to your family. My father has written a beautiful love letter to us. And I did write to my family. And I hope you too have written it. If not yet, you might have to think. Thank you.